We all came out here to have fun and to just enjoy the day, and now you're all just ruining it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that big of a deal.
We're playing airsoft for fun.
Wait, I get shot for fun?
See, this is the General's Jalapeno, and it is a veteran-owned business. So you better respect his authority.
Respect my authority.
Oh, that smells good.
I'm not a big jalapeno guy, so we'll see how this one goes.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Got a little bit much there.
Okay, that's better.
I don't even taste anything.
Yeah, that probably should be number one.
Yeah, I don't even. And
That's good.
Wait, is this one?
I didn't even
really hot?
I mean, it's a little bit of a hot sauce.
That's spicy. A
Yeah,
little
it's not
spicy,
bad.
but that's good.
I'm gonna restock.
That might actually be number 1 or 2.
I think that should be one,
Yeah, I think number
and
one
this
would
should
be
be
better.
number 2.
Yeah, because this one,
That one's hotter than this one.
yeah. So it's funny you bring that up because I was watching a YouTube video the other day. They were talking about how like Hot Ones does the Scoville thing,
Mm-hmm.
and how that's an inaccurate way to represent how hot a sauce is.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have one on there called the Bomb, and everybody, I guess, apparently was like saying how much hotter that it was than the last two. And so they have this better method, and I guess, yeah, like the Bomb was like almost double the hotness of the last two.
Huh.
So most of these I just blanket tasted to kind of get what I thought was a hot, but I didn't compare these new ones to these three here. I just kind of threw them out there. So we'll get these reordered. Yeah, that one definitely is probably at number 1.
It's good though. I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They all so far have pretty good flavors.
Yeah, wait till you get to the red and the
White one.
I bet it has an amazing flavor. doesn't
Oh,
it?
they do.
It has
Are you talking about
truffle
the truffle ones?
Does
Yeah.
it actually have truffle in it?
in it.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Like,
What's truff?
It's a fungus, I think, or like a mushroom.
So the only thing that sucks though is like, get
Oh
out,
my goodness.
get down.
I didn't expect that.
One of the bottles I thought was $16 like the other one, but it was $30.
Oh my lord.
$32.99. I looked at the receipt. I was like,
Yeah.
white truffle infused.
Okay,
You
so
can tell that he went to Jungle Gyms with how posh it is. Made with the finest red chili peppers.
My name's
White
Darren.
truffle.
I did have to go to Jungle Gyms because they got the widest selection.
Because I have the widest selection.
Which is the only selection that can meet my needs.
You shop at Walmart, peasant.
Sure you don't want to get in on this, Angie?
Well, she has to live with
She
it.
went with me.
Yeah.
I went with him,
Oh.
and I helped pick them out.
Well, it's okay. We're not making fun of you, Angie.
Yeah, we're just him.
No, it's totally
Just
fine.
him.
Totally fine.
This is a bad idea. We should not have been on here together.
Abort. Friendly fire.
I
We
cancel.
always make fun
Just
of it.
erase the hard
I think
drives.
I think it's hilarious.
There was some blue on blue.
Kind of like how the U.S. Navy just shot down our own plane. Way to go, guys! Great job.
Well, I was telling her too, like, while we were there, they had this huge selection of barbecue sauces
sauce.
and stuff.
Ooh, maybe I'll become a distinguished gentleman and go to Jungle Gyms because I love barbecue sauce. I'll put my suit on and everything and tie my tie up and walk in.
Yeah, I mean, because I figure we don't have to do hot sauce all the time. As much as I like it, we could do different things.
We gotta get that. We need to come over and help you
Next time.
rebuild the smoker, and we could do like smoked meat
We
and then
need
try.
to.
I have to do that soon because one
Yeah, 'cause
Mary
we're
is
gonna have
retiring in February. So I gotta get it done so I can bring in
brisket.
my famous brisket.
Well,
Yes.
That sounds like a good time for me to get into contracting.
It'll only take like less than an hour to rebuild that thing. So.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we just have to do it.
You gonna?
All right. So the next thing we were wanting to talk about was like tips for starters. So like, I think maybe we should go over first of like maybe some things you regret buying that you thought you needed.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm a perfect person to talk about this. So, yeah, what's the first thing you need to play airsoft? Probably a replica, right? Yeah, well, that's not what I did. I bought all the gear first. I bought, what was it? G-Force, the all black Mitch 2000 helmet. I bought it was the Lancer Tactical Speed Assault plate carrier. It was all black, had these really nice thick shoulder pads on it. And for some reason, like an idiot, I bought black everything. Because, that really blends in anywhere. No, it's not true, guys.
It looks nice though.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing
Really,
like,
really nice.
yeah.
But then you'll usually be a heat casualty.
Yeah, that's true. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I bought all the gear first. So don't do that. Definitely do not buy the gear first. I would advise you to not buy anything, actually, because you really don't need anything to try it out. And try it out before you
So like go
actually buy
rent something.
Yeah, and like at our field, we have our 3 levels of rentals. You have your base rental, you have your medium level with like better AEGs, and then we even have HPA rentals. So
We have different classes too.
Yeah.
So we got the LMG, we got a sniper,
Sniper.
we got rifles.
we even have a DMR. I'm pretty sure your Crytek.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
long
That
barrel.
other one
Yeah,
was
that
considered a DMR-ish, and then
So
MP5. So you got your SMGs.
Tag, so it obviously sucks.
yeah. But I think
They're all HPAs, so they no longer suck.
It's in the Crytek body.
An all-metal body.
It doesn't matter.
But I really think like you don't need to buy anything. At least definitely rent first to start, because there's nothing worse than paying a bunch of money to get all the stuff to start a hobby and then hating it. Go out there and
Yeah.
get shot first before
What, so
you.
are you talking about more so like hating airsoft itself, or like the platform that you bought into, or what?
Just the sport in general for this. Like, don't buy a bunch of stuff to get into a new hobby without having tried it out before, right? Be smart with your money and your investments. So,
Yeah, it's a bit more wise, I'd say, to like rent out a kit for $30 like we've got, and then you can go out and test out each kind almost for $30. So
Oh yeah, and then like your second time that you're there and you're renting, then you're also, being among the community, and then you can talk and say, hey, can I see your gun? And, ask the questions then. And, once you're integrated into the community, then the community is like, hey, like, don't get that gun. This is a really good replica to get, and things like that. It's always really helpful to get the community's information too, because, they're experts on it too.
yeah, and then you could also go on our website, g2tac.com, and there's a buy sell trade section on there, which is hub.g2tac.com. You can find used equipment on there all the time that people are selling stuff.
speaking of that, you sell your Agilite yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it
Okay.
for $200.
What did he have it listed at? 250?
280.
280.
God, I told you we're gonna get 280 out of it.
I got 200 out of it. That's fine.
Okay.
It's only,
Yeah, I told him if he dropped it 200, I buy it.
it's only like a $350 setup.
Yeah, brand new without all your sweat in it.
Sweat adds to the price.
You now have his
Salt,
DNA.
salty plate carrier for sale, $280.
Well,
Pre-salted for you.
how much I play airsoft. It was probably
It's
brand
cured.
spanking new.
He cured it with salt so it lasts longer.
Yeah.
I sold him an Agilite plate carrier to turn around and buy another one.
But I thought you had already bought the other one.
Well, I had.
To
Yeah,
pay yourself
to help
back for
reimburse
buying
yourself.
it.
Yeah.
He knew he was gonna get the money, guys.
He knew he'd sell it.
Yeah, actually, I think it's that one right there.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm kind of an Agilite shill, so I'll say all the other plate carriers are garbage.
Are you Jewish?
Are you?
No, I'm not. I know my nose is pretty big, but
All right. So,
well, yeah. So
anything else you would advise them probably not to do or whatever when they're first getting into it, aside from just going and renting, to explore and stuff like that? Maybe like what are some preconceived things that people usually buy? Probably like those crappy fake leather black vests.
iPro. iPro is something everybody's gonna buy. Like, oh, I need this to go play. No, use a mask. See how that does for you. You know they're gonna fog
Well,
up.
that comes with our rentals as a mask.
Exactly. See, so you don't even need to
They can
do
get
that.
they can get the cheap Valken iPros. Those are pretty decent.
Those are nice. I like
Yeah.
those ones. I like running with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I ran when I first started. Was
Yeah.
the Valkens.
And Juggy pointed out too. You can get this one ESS goggle brand. I forget it's Revision on eBay for around like $20-$30. So that's
Yeah.
a good one too.
One
That's a
thing-
full seal goggle.
I would just be careful, like when you buy
Used.
certain brands off of eBay, because they may say revision, which is a I
They have
think
a
they have a
contract,
contract with the military actually on some of their stuff. Like you got revision and ESS,
That's what I got issued.
Oakley's. They all have contracts with the military, but some of it's actually fake repro revision stuff.
Yeah.
So like some of your more like higher end revision is priced about the same as ESS or Oakley.
So I guess even though maybe it's an unbelievable deal, maybe
It could
Not-
just be a Chinese copy.
Yeah, you gotta
because
be
then it
careful.
might not be ANSI
Yeah, that's
rated
it.
properly.
Right.
Oh, that's not
Which
good.
I've
That's not
seen
good.
I've seen some stuff like that. You'll see on Amazon fake ESS iPro.
Oh,
You see with like
Are they-
attachments too.
Are they ANSI stamped though on the lenses and stuff?
Not on the fake ones. I don't think I've seen any on the fake ones that are ANSI stamped.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
So I haven't seen any fake ones.
But I mean,
Personally.
I don't know how MarMar feels about it, but like your eyes are kind of super duper important.
Oh,
Yeah, you only get
goodness,
two
yeah.
of them.
So like, I buy all the real stuff. I mean, I bought Oakley's and that's all I
Yeah.
run now.
Yeah, I swear by Oakley's. So
Well, I'd say
Everything
those
for
the
life.
ESSs I think are just as good.
they are.
I
They're
have
very good.
I have
yeah.
two pairs of the Oakleys and the ESSs, and they're equally just as good. But they also cost half the price as an Oakley as well. So
Yeah. Somebody who has bought 3 full
yeah, because they're like
Oakley
$200.
M-frame kits.
They're $200 a set.
Well, remember when I thought I lost my M frames?
Yeah.
It's okay. I had a whole frame and lens. It was the light amber ones jacked on deployment, so I was very upset. And I caught who had them and was like, "Hey, those are mine." He's like, "No, they're not." And I'm like, "Okay," but you know, whatever. People, I'm not salty.
people
It's only
be peopling.
$200 that I don't
Yeah.
have anymore.
So I guess moral of the story is be sure you're getting a quality product wherever you're buying it from.
Yeah, and if you're gonna buy nice stuff, police it so you don't leave it around to either get stolen or destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And take care of your gear.
How many different gear sets do you think you've had over the years? Like just seeing what's
Like
worked?
kits.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, real quick, along with buying quality stuff, I would say too, make sure if you can, buy from your local field.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because the main problem that I see is like, sure, you can get something for $20-$30 off of eBay, and that'll save you $10. That's $10 less that your field has to maintain itself, because it does cost, especially outdoor fields, money to put that stuff up, to maintain it, to replace it when the elements destroy it and all that stuff. Wood's not cheap these days. I mean, nothing's really cheap these days. So,
My love.
yeah. But also, you got to do what your wallet allows you to as well. So,
Yeah.
Well, you also have to factor in with that. I don't think people count in the shipping time and sometimes the shipping costs.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes that evens out. Like you may wait 2 or 3 days for it to be shipped to you, and sometimes the shipping might not be free. So it
Yeah.
might kind of even out the cost on that too.
yeah, it's like Juggy was telling me, like those revision goggles that I was seeing. He was like saying they're like $20, but every single one I saw was like a $10 shipping on top of that. So I was like, you mean $30? Because you got to pay
Well,
for
here's
that.
what you do to save yourself from all of this hassle. You find the link, you send it to us, we order it for you, and if you pay up front, you save on shipping, right?
Well, I mean, it depends, because I mean, if we're just getting them off of eBay like they would have, it would
Well-
be no benefit.
Yeah, well, but avoid, my best advice would be, yeah, you can go buy the eBay stuff, but for me, for my money's worth, I feel much better, watching out for deals for the actual product, like off the manufacturer's website or somewhere like Evike or something, where I know that a product, like I know 100% that I'm going to get the real product. Because it's not, for me, the risk isn't worth the reward. Watch for deals, or if you have an ID Me account, utilize that for discounts. But for me personally, I like to order off the actual website. So if you're going to order, like you can order iPro if we don't carry it in the shop from Evike, which we can order for you.
We got quite a few different vendors that we can order from.
We have a lot. And I think for me, I think it's really worth it. Like I order all my stuff through G2. Like anything I get off Evike or Amped or anything, I order through G2. It just makes it easy. And then I have an excuse to go out to the field. My package arrived. So now I have to go out and get it. Well, I'm already here. I might as well play a game of airsoft today.
Yeah.
Look, 2 birds with 1 stone. Pat yourself on the back. Good job.
Did you have something else to add to it? Because you were starting to say something.
I don't remember anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, the second part of that question then is, what do you wish that you would have purchased off the rip if you had to buy stuff?
I wish I wouldn't have purchased my split gearbox ICS 416 because that was a terrible first replica to buy. What I should have done is I should have bought something like a combat machine, because back when I started, combat machines were still like the thing, right, for starters. Valken really wasn't super huge yet in the airsoft market, so the ASLs weren't an option then. If I remember correctly, but I definitely would have started with a different replica, cheaper, because the first replica I bought that split gearbox CNC steel 416 by ICS, and I dropped $350 on it, and then I loved it, and then when it wasn't performing like I wanted it to, I was like, oh, well, let me, put some upgrades in it. Oh, good luck upgrading one of those, because everything's proprietary, and it's a cool idea, and, it works, but upgrading it was a pain back then. And then I sold it to somebody, and
So what do you wish you would have bought?
The combat machine.
Oh, you would have bought that one.
Yeah, I would have bought one of those because...
But then you can't upgrade it, though?
You can upgrade a combat machine later on, but it was a cheaper entry, so I would have saved myself some money, and then you could have used that extra money to put the upgrades into it.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And then I have a reasonable entry-level replica to use that I didn't break the bank on, and then I can use that other money to put upgrades in it. So I'm not, when you first get one, you use it, and you wear in that bucking, then your accuracy's not there, so you end up doing upgrades. At least with AEGs.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like to recommend the ASLs for people when they're first getting in, because we've battle tested those things for years.
I've seen people fall on them at our field.
Those things are nice.
Yeah.
And they
I don't
still
care what
work.
anybody says. They're good.
They're a hard polymer body, and I think we've only cracked one, and it was like $30 to replace, and I think 2 pistons went out.
Yes.
And we replaced those because the pistons actually had plastic teeth on them.
And we had 1 hop-up crack.
Oh, and 1 hop-up crack?
Which I have no idea how you guys did that, but...
Yeah, so I mean, it's a very low entry because I think they're like, what, $180, $200, somewhere around there. So I mean, that's about one of the...
Compared to our entries of $400 and $500.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's more so when you know for sure you're going to be in it for the long haul.
Yeah. When you know you're in it for the long haul, you'll spend $1,000 to have a gas blowback rifle imported.
What's your most expensive replica?
Or several of them.
My BCM for sure.
Number 10.
I can't complain. I like HPA, so...
Okay. Had a realization recently, because I snagged that Mark 18 Fusion engine off of Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, miss you, dude. I hope you and the family are doing so awesome.
Right.
Yes, we agree.
Only probably a couple more years, and then you get there, bud.
Then hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, he'll know what that means. I hadn't had an HPA since that V12 I had that I brought to Brushy and then sold back to Sarge because it just wouldn't work out well for me. But if you want the repetitive accuracy and like decent distance and rate of fire, HPA is definitely the way to go. I think it's
I like
just
it 'cause
too
there's
easy.
a lot less points of failure too.
Yeah, yeah, and it's more reliable. I feel like, and it's just too easy. You know, you put your engine in, as long as your hop up and everything and your nozzle are aligned, and you know you have a decent barrel in there, and all your alignment with your bucking and everything's good. You hook up your air, you plug in your JST connector battery, and you go to work. It's literally that easy.
Yeah, there's no gears to shim, no gears to brake.
Well, and you can get those really quiet. So like when you're downrange from them, like my Mark 18, you really don't even hear where it's coming from. One, because you have the foam-filled replica suppressors. I'm going to say that real carefully, you know.
Yeah.
And it just dissipates all like of that snap, and through all the trees you don't hear where it's coming from. So it's pretty
That, and I
cool.
really like too how they don't sound like little plastic toys, because you
Yeah.
got the winding of the motor with those gears, and it just sounds like a toy.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that SEMA I had that you fixed for me, and then Conda broke somehow after he bought it from the person I gave it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was so whiny. Yeah,
That's why I like gas blowback.
yeah. That's why I like real
Gas
steel.
blowbacks
but-
are pretty nice too, because you get the recoil and stuff on them. Which they do have some for like the Quake stock from Wolverine, and it worked okay. I put it in that SR25 that I built. It was okay. I don't think it was as good as a gas blowback.
I got
but-
behind that one a couple times. I mean, it's cool. But
Yeah.
The one that really did it justice was the old school Titmans, because they were the like original mechanical HPAs. I had one of those back in the day. I got from somebody. It was so old, it was rusted. The rail was rusting, but it kicks.
Since the Kythera is mechanical, does there recoil in that one? I'm not operating.
No, there's no,
No.
recoil. The recoil would have to come from like some kind of weight.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I wasn't sure because it had to reset itself, to.
no, it's all
Do the
pressure
next-
inside the body there
Okay.
that resets itself off of.
So the Titman.
Yeah, the Titman back in the day was awesome, and there was upgraded buffers you could get for them that made them kick harder.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool thing about those, like they were a gas, we'll say gas blowback, but it was HPA hookup.
Well, and you could do the
And
CO2
you
mag
could
too.
do the CO2 mags,
Yeah.
but you could run AUG mags out of them,
Oh.
Yeah.
and it still had that recoil impulse.
Do they still not make them anymore? Or?
You can still find them for sale.
Yeah.
I think there's one on the hub sale right now.
I haven't seen one in a couple years, like come out to the field, but I know they're still around.
They're really loud too. I can remember like I used to play before G2 out at this. I was wrong. I did play at other fields. There was a field out at the Caesars Creek Flea Market that was out there forever ago, and it was an indoor field, and these brothers ran it. Really cool dudes. We ran into them at AMS, and they've come out to our field before too. It was Valkyrie Airsoft, and I would run the Titman there with an amplifier. So loud, way too loud. But yeah, I think HPA is a good option eventually. But if you're gonna like start, definitely start with something like a Valken ASL would be the best option, I think, for starters currently.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good solid starter if you're looking for budget friendly, a Christmas present or birthday present or something like that. But I would definitely say, like you were saying, rent first,
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
like a lot of people ask me, like, what gun do you recommend? It's like, well, it depends on how you like to play. Do you like CQC, or do you like to hang back, or do you kind of like get a little bit of a mix of both? Because that's going to depict, like, do you want an SMG or do you want a
Are
sniper?
you autistic?
The answer, yes.
Do you like to lay down on the ground and kind of lay down the law with an LMG?
No,
Or?
I'm never gonna tell you to.
So I mean, there's a lot of different variations there on play styles, and sometimes it's best to have more than one, so that you can fill in different roles.
Oh God.
All right, so this one is the Danger Close, and this one is a little bit spicy, I will tell you. I have no idea what's in there.
Is it bad?
No, this isn't all bad.
And the next question is going to be your favorite gear that you've kind of stuck with, that you enjoy, maybe that you plan on getting, or
Okay. We do bathroom breaks. Is that a thing?
yeah, if you ever need to take a break, you can.
I'm gonna have to pee.
Keep the mic on.
No, I know how to turn it off.
Just make sure you turn it back on. Oh,
That's going to
gosh.
be going on our OnlyFans.
We'll have a montage of everybody peeing.
Well, and I want to go before I start in this because then I'll forget, and I'm about to piss myself. So
Okay.
Keep the mic on.
He just wants to listen to it later.
Okay, I will.
It's only been an hour and a half so far.
That's not horrible. Feels longer.
Well, that first question took us like 40 minutes to get through. That's because we also had to do the camera and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That one's not really that hot.
I don't think so either.
I remember it tasting hotter. So maybe that one needs to be lower down on the
Level
pole. A 2?
I think the first one we started with is hotter than that one.
All right, we'll give it here and I'll recalibrate.
What do you think, Angie?
Oh, actually, you know what? I think I had this labeled as 2 or 3.